See, this is the generator. On the generator, one cover is there, protecting cover. This is the protecting cover. They have opened this. See, inside that armature is there. This is the rotating part. Inside this armature is there. This is the rotating part. One coils are wounded on this rotor armature. Armature is the rotating part that is called rotor. On the rotor, they will place the winding on the iron piece, copper winding. You should know clearly the difference between core and coil. Core means iron piece, coil means copper wire. Okay, this is the protecting cover, stator. This already I have explained. One coil they have taken ABCD. They are rotating in the magnetic field and it is developing the EMF. What is that EMF called? That EMF is called dynamically induced. See here, this is called dynamically induced EMF. I will tell what do you mean by this dynamically induced EMF later. See here, this is the DC generator. The outer part. In your house also you have seen one outer part on the motor. That is the cover. This is the cover of the DC generator. So if this is the cover, I think let us wait for 1 minute. Only 14 students joined. Again I had to explain, otherwise I'll wait for 1 more minute.
Sir, can you share the recordings of today's class?
Already I have recorded the previous class. I will send it after the class.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Meanwhile, you go through the parts of the DC generator. There are 7 parts they have given here. Go through this 7 parts. And they have written here what are those parts. I'll explain. Once all the students joins, I'll explain. Okay, anyway, see here. First one is a magnetic frame or yoke. This is the yoke. The cover is called yoke. In your house, you have seen the cover on the motor. That cover is called yoke, Y-O-K-E, or magnetic frame. This yoke is the iron frame. If you see in your house, that is the iron frame. The protecting cover is the iron frame, circular iron frame. Okay, outside. And this is connected to the ground. See, here some bolt feet is there. Here some holes are there. With the help of bolts, we will fix it in the ground. In your house, your motor is fitted in the ground to the floor. How they are fitting? By fitting the bolts. That arrangement you can see here. This is the feet. On the feet, we are having the cover, protecting cover. This protecting cover is called the yoke, magnetic frame or yoke. Okay. One thing I want to tell here, why they are using the iron piece. What is the purpose of using the iron piece? 1 second. Observe here, V is equal to IR in electric quantity. In electric quantity, V is equal to IR. In magnetic quantity, F is equal to phi into S. This is EMF, this is MMF. See here, in electric field we'll call it as voltage. In magnetic field we'll call it as magnetomotive force, EMF and MMF. In electric field we'll call it as current. In magnetic field we'll call it as flux. In electrical quantity it is resistance. S is called reluctance. S is the reluctance. So from this equation, current is inversely proportional to R. So from this relation, flux is inversely proportional to reluctance. From I is inversely proportional to R. If resistance is more, current will be less. Similarly, if reluctance is less, flux will be more. If resistance is less, current will be more. If reluctance is less, flux will be more. Flux will be more. In electrical quantity, we are calling it as resistance. In magnetic quantity, we are calling it as reluctance. Here, resistance will oppose the current. In electrical quantity, resistance will oppose the current. In magnetic quantity, reluctance will oppose the flux. See here, in electrical quantity, resistance will oppose the flux. In magnetic quantity, reluctance will oppose the flux. Core is a random note.
Iron
Core
only.
is, hello?
Core means iron only, no, sir?
Iron piece. Core means iron piece. Okay. Core means iron piece. Coil means copper wire or winding. Core means iron piece. Coil means copper wire or winding. Random note. Core is having low reluctance. Core is having the property of low reluctance. Core is having the property of low reluctance. Core is having the property of low reluctance. That means if iron piece is having low reluctance, what happens to the flux? If reluctance is less, what happens to flux?
Increases.
Flux will be high. Flux is very high. Okay, that is the property. That's why even your ceiling fan, you see, an iron piece they are winding the coil, copper winding. Why they are winding copper coil on the iron piece means it will allow more flux. It will allow more flux because core is having the property of low reluctance. If reluctance is less, automatically flux will be very high. That's why in each and every machine they'll use the iron piece. On
Sir,
the iron,
increases the coil magnetic field strength, no, sir?
it will allow more flux. See here, I will tell. See here, they are taking the iron piece and they are winding the coil, field coil. Why field coil is placed on the iron piece means it will allow more flux linkage will be there. And also one more thing here. They are placing the armature coil in the circular iron piece. Why they are placing coils in the iron piece means if iron piece is rotating, coil is rotating. That means if iron piece is there, it will cut the, it will induces the more EMF because flux will be more. It will cut the more flux, automatically more EMF is induced. That is the purpose, that is the reason in each and every machine they will use the iron piece. On the iron piece they will place the coils. On the iron piece they will place the coils, armature coils. Why means more flux it will cut. Iron will allow more flux to pass. Iron will allow more flux to pass through them. When it is cutting the more flux, more EMF is induced. How more EMF is induced? Because E is directly proportional to d phi by dt. If flux is increased, automatically EMF is also increased. How flux will increase? If we are using iron piece. That is the reason. Have you understood the iron piece meaning? Why you use core? What is the purpose of core? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Actually, this all these things are not in your syllabus. If I am not telling all these things, you can't understand. 1 minute, I am sharing the screen.
Sir, you'll start the syllabus from Monday, sir.
No, if it is a completed fundamentals today, tomorrow 4th unit I will start. Tomorrow there is class.
Yes, sir.
These are only fundamentals for the 4th unit. Now here, this is the yoke iron piece, circular frame. In the circular frame, some poles, next part is pole core or pole shoe. See, pole core or pole shoe means, I'm showing the diagram, 1 minute. So this is the circular frame, yoke. This is the circular frame yoke. And see here, these are the magnets, North Pole and South Pole. This is in the shoe shape. If you observe the diagram, see, this is in the shoe shape. North Pole and South Pole. And where they are fixing this iron piece? They are fixing this iron piece to this yoke frame. Here one pole they will fix, here they will fix one pole. If it is 2 poles, only North Pole, South Pole. If it is 4 poles, one here North Pole, South Pole, North Pole, South. Alternatively they fix. Here North, South, North, South. If it is 4 pole machine. If it is 6 poles are fixed on this stator frame. How they are fixing? With the help of bolts. Inside this, they will place these iron pieces like this. With the help of bolt, they will fix here. Some holes are here. See here hole is there, and bolt they are fixing to the yoke. This is the yoke. In the yoke, circular frame is the yoke. In the yoke, we are having the hole. In the hole, they fix the iron piece with the help of bolts like this. Okay, this is a iron. This is in the shoe shape. That's why it is called this iron piece. On this iron piece, what they will wind? What they will wind? Which coil they will wind on this iron piece? 2 coils I have told. What are those 2 coils?
Copper coil.
Stator coil and armature coil. Stator coil is the field coil. Field coil or pole coil. See here. On the pole core iron piece, pole iron piece, they will wind the field coil or pole coil. One coil is placed on the pole shoe. Okay, next part is the armature. Next part is the armature I am showing. Pole core, okay. Armature core. How they are manufacturing the core? They will take thin lamination sheet and they will cut it in the circular shape. Okay, and they will punch the slots. They will take nearly 2000 to 4000 sheets. They will bunch together. See the diagram. This is one lamination sheet. They are cutting in the circular shape and they are punching the slots here. They are punching. How many slots here? Some nearly 20 slots are there. 1, 2, 3. These are the slots. Some 20. Let us assume 20 slots are there. 20 or 30. Suppose in each slot, if you place 2 coils, if 20 slots are there, how many coils are there on the periphery of this circular piece?
40.
40. 20 into 2. 20 slots. In each slot, 2 coils. 40 coils will be there on the periphery of this circular piece. Like this is one circular piece. See how many circular pieces they are bunching together? Nearly 2000 to 3000. See here 1, 2, 3. Count this. We can't count. It is not properly visible. Some nearly 2000 to 4000 sheet they are bunching together. They are bunching together and they are crushing this with the help of 100 tons weight, 100 into 10 cube kgs. With the help of crane, they are lifting that weight and they are putting that weight on this bunch. Then it is crushed to very small size piece. That is called the soft iron piece, soft circular iron piece. This is called soft circular. This is the slot. See, this is one slot. This is second slot. This is third slot, like this. Nearly 20, let us assume 20 slots.
Slots will get increased, sir.
No, slots will not increase. Here, this is one circular piece, like the same circular piece, nearly 2000 sheets. If 20 slots are there, for the 2000 sheets also 20 slots will be there. For 4000 sheets also 20 slots will be there.
There will be
Equal. We can't cut with the help of our hand. There is some machines in the industry factory. With the help of machine, they will cut that equal, similar size. If one circular piece is having 20 slots, even 2000 sheets are also having 20 slots only, because they are bunching together, that's all, symmetrically. Is it clear? Okay. This is the, see here, this is one segment. This is one circular segment. Like this, they will combine in circular piece. Okay, all this not necessary. This is the armature. Armature is the rotating part. Core, armature core. Armature core means armature iron piece, rotating iron piece. This is. So in the rotating iron piece, in the slots they will place the coils. Nearly, depending upon our requirement of generation, they will place the coils. There may be 20 coils or 40 coils or 100 coils or 200 coils. If it is big size generator, if you want to generate more power, then you will use more number of coils. In your house, we need only less amount of power. There we will use less number of coils. Depending upon the speed also, coils will be required. Okay. Next, armature winding. Armature winding means coil. The coils that are placed in the slots are called armature coils or copper windings, armature windings. Armature windings are placed in the, so not necessary. With the help of coil puller, directly with the help of hand, we can't put the coil inside this. One coil puller is there. With the help of coil puller, we will place the coil in the slots. Then commutator. Commutator means which converts AC to DC. Commutator means which converts AC, because we are discussing DC generator. Whatever the voltage we are getting, that is AC. This commutator will convert AC to DC in the DC generator. This part not necessary because we are not discussing the DC machines. Is it clear? Now see here one thing, how the coils will be placed. See the connection. Let us take one coil. This is one coil A. This is the starting end of the coil. This is finishing end of the coil. Starting end is placed in one slot. Finishing end will be placed in another slot, like this. This is the second coil. This is the second coil. Connection diagram will be like this, but connection diagram is not in our syllabus. In one slot, we can place two coils. In one slot, I can place 4 coils. This is the upper layer, this is the lower layer. This is the upper layer. In one slot, I can place 4 coils also. In one slot, I can place 6 coils also, like this. There are connections, lap wave, not in syllabus. See the connection diagram. This is the connection diagram of the coils. This is also not in your syllabus. Just for your reference, I am showing. See, this is the 4-pole machine. North pole, south pole, north pole, south. 4 poles are there. We can place 2 poles also, north pole and south. We can place 6 poles also, 6 iron pieces. And this is the armature. This armature will rotate here. How the flux will move from north pole to south pole? Like this. Here, like this. Here, from north pole to south pole. Flux will be like this. Here, flux is there. This is the rotating part. This is the stationary part. Where these poles are fixed? Anyone? North pole, south pole, where these are fixed? Where these are fixed? Can anyone tell? See here, it is fixed to the circular part, outer frame. Here they are fixed. North pole, south pole, north pole, south. They are fixed here. Here in these are called. This is called stator. Why it is called stator? Why this part is called stator? Poles are fixed and they are not rotating. Since they are not rotating, they are stationary. This is called stator. These iron pieces are stator because they are fixed here. They can't rotate. In DC generator. In DC generator, poles will not rotate. Then what is rotating in DC generator? Tell me. These poles are fixed. This is the stator. On these poles, which pole, south pole, now which winding is there? Anyone? Two windings I have told. Among those two, which winding is there on north pole, south pole?
Field coil.
Field coil. Field coil purpose is to make this iron piece as magnet. Now this is the armature, rotating part. See, one arrow is rotating. This is rotating. Coils are there. How many coils? See here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Numbering is given. 5, 6, 7, 8. Here nearly 31, 32. 31, 32. 16 slots are there. In each slot, 2 coils. 16 into 2, 32 coils are there. When this armature is rotating, when this iron core is rotating, coils inside the slots will rotate. Where EMF is induced? In which coil? EMF ఎక్కడ ఇండ్యూస్ అవుతుంది? ఏ కాయిల్ లో?
Armature coil.
Armature coil. So in these coils, in these 32 coils, EMF is induced. EMF is induced in these 32 coils, not in the field winding. Field winding is to make the iron piece as magnet, and EMF is induced in these 32 coils. EMF is induced in these 32 coils. Now there are 2 coils. One is field and the one is armature. Now see the equivalent circuit diagram. See here, this is the field winding and this is an armature wind. This is the armature. Circular part is the armature. This circular part is the armature. Inside this circular part, there is the armature winding. So EMF is induced in this armature winding. So totally 2 coils, field winding, armature winding. Is it clear now? Which part is rotating and which? Now here, if you see this diagram, okay. Now this is rotating. This armature is rotating. Where is the flux here? So in between this stator, this iron piece and this is a circular iron piece. This is the pole shoe iron piece. In between this iron piece and this circular part, there is flux. So in between this iron piece and this circular iron, this is the rotating part. This is fixed. This north pole, south pole, north pole, south pole is fixed to the stator. And this is the rotor, rotating part. In between this rotating part and the stationary part, there is flux. When this iron piece is rotating, it is cutting the flux here. There is air gap in between this stator and rotor. This is the rotor. This will be the stator. In between stator and rotor, there is air gap. When this is rotating, it is cutting the flux and EMF is induced in these 32 coils. EMF will be induced only in the armature coil. Remember that. Okay. So this is the, now armature is rotating and EMF is induced in the rotating coil. EMF is induced in the rotating coil. Which rotating coil? Armature coil. That's why EMF is called dynamically induced EMF. In DC generator, the EMF induced in the coil is called dynamically induced EMF. What is the reason I have told? Can anyone repeat? Why it is called dynamically induced EMF? Why not statically induced EMF? Why you are calling it as dynamically induced EMF?
Because the coils are rotating.
This armature coil is rotating and EMF is induced in the rotating coil. Remember the point? EMF is induced in the rotating coil. That's why it is called dynamically induced. Suppose if the armature coil is stationary and EMF is induced, that is called statically induced EMF. In the stationary coil, if EMF is induced, that is called statically induced EMF. Without rotating, if EMF is induced in the armature coil, that is called statically induced EMF. If an armature coil is rotating and EMF is induced, that is called dynamically induced EMF. So in DC generator, it is dynamically induced EMF. In AC generator, it is statically induced EMF. I will tell on the board. See here. What is the difference? Now I will tell the difference between DC and AC. See, I will write it on the board. See, this is the circular iron frame, let us take. Here in DC generator, to the circular iron frame, what is fixed? What is fixed there? Poles are fixed, north pole and south pole, iron piece. But in AC generator, AC generator, this is AC, this is DC generator. In DC generator, a north pole and south pole are fixed here to the outer frame, stator frame, outer cover, it is fixed. But in AC generator, see, is it fixed? It is not fixed. This is the field winding. This is the field winding. On the iron piece, whatever that is the field winding, stator winding. Now here armature winding is fixed. Here magnets are fixed, but here magnet is not fixed. This is the armature. Armature winding is in the rotating side. Now armature winding is not rotating here. It is fixed in the stator part. Armature winding is fixed in AC. And magnet is rotating. See here, magnet is rotating. In AC, magnet is rotating, but in DC, magnets are fixed. If magnets are fixed, flux is constant in DC. Magnets fix them. North pole and south pole give flux constant. Flux will be constant. But here magnet is rotating. If magnet is rotating, what happens to the flux? AC lo magnet rotate avutundi. Flux enti? Flux emoutundi? What happens to the flux?
It changes.
Rotating. Flux is rotating. Here flux is constant. Here flux is rotating. This rotating flux is cutting the armature conductor. Here armature conductor is on the stator frame, stationary. Here armature conductor is not rotating. But here circular armature conductor is rotating. In DC, armature conductor is rotating. In DC, armature conductor is rotating. But here armature conductor is fixed to the stator. Now rotating flux is cutting the stationary conductor. EMF is induced in the stationary armature conductor. In the stationary armature conductor, here rotating armature conductor EMF is induced. That's why it is called dynamically induced EMF. Now in the stationary armature, this flux is cut by the armature conductor. This rotating flux is interacting with the armature conductor and EMF is induced in the stationary armature conductor. That's why what is this EMF called? What is that EMF called?
Static.
Statically induced EMF. Statically induced EMF. That is the difference between DC and AC. DC lo magnets fix, but in AC magnet is rotating. Flux is rotating And in both these cases, EMF is induced only in the armature conductor, not in the field coil. In both the cases, EMF is induced in the armature conductor only, not in the stator, not in the field coil. Field coil is only to magnetize the iron piece, that's all. Any doubt in the DC and AC? Okay, now see the okay, this is the introduction for the DC generator. Tomorrow will still time is there up to what time? 12:45 now. Okay. Okay, if anybody is having doubt, how voltage is generated in DC and AC? Why it is dynamically induced EMF and why it is statically? In DC, poles are fixed, but in AC, pole is rotating, magnet is rotating. In AC, magnet will rotate. Okay. Now we will go to our syllabus. See, in your 4th unit, we are having, I'm highlighting this. Up to here, this is 3-phase induction motor. This is the 3-phase induction motor. One topic. Second topic is single-phase induction motor. Your second topic is, first topic is 3-phase induction motor. Generation of rotating magnetic fields. Construction and working of 3-phase induction motor. Significance of torque slip characteristic of 3-phase induction motor. Loss components, efficiency. Starting and speed control of induction. Up to here, 3-phase. Next one is single phase. From here, single phase induction motor. Single phase induction motor, construction, working, torque speed characteristic, speed control of separately excited DC motor. This is single phase induction motor. So 3-phase induction motor and single phase induction motor are the asynchronous motors. Next, last topic is third topic, that is AC generator. Construction and working of synchronous generator means AC generator. Synchronous AC generator. First two are 3-phase induction motor and single phase induction motor are asynchronous motors. These two are the motors, not generators. Next, they have given synchronous generator. In the next class, I will start the 3-phase induction. I have already told the classification you see here on the board.